All the chiefs were out today. Did you see Whitty and Valance? Did you see their live coverage on the latest Rona updates and all the fear that we're meant to be living in still? Did you watch the live coverage? Are you just coming back from work and thinking about checking it out? If not, you ain't seen it yet, don't bother. Here's the key points for you. Just so you know, the key taker from this is that we're going to be facing 50,000 cases a day by mid-October if cases keep doubling per day. Couple of key takes from that, isn't there? 2 words to focus on: if and cases. Let's focus on the if for now, shall we? What's one of the best ways to live in constant fear and anxiety? To live in the past or live in the future. What's the future built on? What ifs. Like a crystal ball, isn't it? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if aliens invade? Right? This is basically the Project Fear mongering, isn't it? If cases double per day. Let's have a look at the cases side of this. What is a case? Do you know what a case is? On the face of it, it should sound like it's obvious, right? It's somebody who's got the Rona. Not necessarily. A case can mean any number of things. It doesn't necessarily mean a positive test. It's all sounding a little bit Neil Ferguson-like, isn't it? Do you remember him? Dr. Doom and Gloom, Dr. Lockdown, told us to lock down, went to see his lover, etc., etc. Getting a bit of an old news that now, isn't it? But I suppose that's what they kind of depend on, people forgetting things. But he's still kicking about. Yeah, he's still kicking about. He probably lent Whitty and Valance's computer. There you go on, check that out. That helped me discover 500,000 deaths within months. What findings can you get? Oh, 50,000 cases a day within months. I noticed the Twitter mob were quick to come out after the live event. Oh, we told you so. We took 50,000 cases. We told you. COVIDiots, or whatever that frigging term is that they use. Going after the people that have shared facts. That's all people like Denise Welsh has done. People like Ian Brown, Noel Gallagher. Oh, they've challenged the narrative a little bit. How dare they? COVIDiots. Friggin' hate that term. Anyway, they were really quick to come out and wet the old bed. 50,000. We told you. Look at you. Look at what you're doing. You selfish lot. It's for our safety. We should lock down for the next decade. Stay in our plastic boxes for the rest of our lives. You COVIDiot. If these people actually did a live coverage to say the Rona is hovering at 4.2 feet above the ground, everybody must now get down. Everybody must get used to crawling for the rest of their lives. Go and have a look at what would happen on the streets. I mean, we're joking about this, but if they actually came out and said that in that live event, I wouldn't discount the fact that you would see people literally crawling. Some other key takes from this. There was no questions asked. They were literally just able to sit there, read off their little statements and just say whatever they wanted without challenge, without question. Last time I checked, that was called a dictatorship. Don't they do that in communist countries where no one's allowed to question and challenge the narrative? Boris wasn't there. Maybe he's off on another little trip to Italy, perhaps. Or maybe people are losing a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust. So they thought, well, you know, let's keep them out. Let's just put the experts in. Experts know all the facts. Experts know all the details. People trust the experts, don't they? Experts that fit the narrative, mind you. Do you remember Ruth May, the chief nurse, who was dropped because she didn't back Cummings? She didn't fit the narrative and they said bye. There's also MPs like Graham Brady who are rebelling because they're concerned over all the powers being put in the hands of ministers, but I'm sure you won't hear much about that either. But the biggest take of them all from me, the biggest key point, was the term that was constantly being used of being collective. We have to look at this collectively. Collectivism. It's an interesting term. You should have a look at that. It's very good from a behavioural psychology point of view because What it basically does is it induces guilt, because safety isn't just about you. The reason you're having to do everything is for the safety of other people. And if you are not going along with that narrative, then, as you and I know and have been told 1,000 times already, you are selfish. You are putting everybody else at risk. That's a very powerful tool, guilt. Induces a lot of emotion that can shift the herd exactly where you want them. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, guys. Hit that notification bell and sharing with the people that you know. Ta-ta.